All right, so starting drawing our foundation. Now, one thing I don't have on here is I don't have my borders or my title block. Um, and please excuse me for not having that. You're supposed to have that on yours. I just didn't want to go through the pains of drawing that again because I've already drawn that back here. Okay, but I'm just going to show you some drawing techniques and things on here to draw this foundation. And it's not going to be a long video. I'm just going to kind of do little pieces and stuff as I go along. Okay, but basically I want to find a good spot. I want my drawing to be kind of in the center of my paper, away from my borders, any of my borders. So here I'm just going to start right here. That's going to be part of my footing. Okay, now we're using 1.5 inch scale for this detail, and that's what this type of drawing is called. It's called a detail drawing. And I'm going to go with the rule of thumb of 16 inches for my footing. So I'm going to say, 16 inches. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right there. Okay, so I'm going to use all my tools, and I'm just going to kind of hatch some lines. I think I marked the end of that way. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then the sides here are going to be 12 inches. So my sides have to be 12. This is for my footing again. Or no, 6 inches, I'm sorry. 6 inch thick. Of course, it could be 12 inches. It just depends on what your engineer tells you it needs to be. But we're going to pretend ours is 6 inches. Okay, so we got a footing. Now we need a keyway. Best way to make a keyway, find the center here. So that's your center. You might want to just kind of mark that so you know it's the center. But it's good to go like 2 inches to either side of that line for your keyway. So I'm going to go 2 and 2. And then down here, it's just going to be 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Okay. And then make that, about a couple of inches deep. And then just connect through your other lines. Now, usually what they have on the job site for this is they have like a mold or whatever that's pretty much already cut how they want it to be. And then, of course, you'll want to kind of clean that up in there. The next thing I want to do is my stem wall. Okay, so my stem wall, again, I'm going off of that center there. My stem wall has to be, this is 16 inches, so my stem wall has to be 8 inches. So I am going to find 4 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to mark here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to draw this one 2 feet to right here. All right, so there's the stem wall, the footing, and now I need to do the subfloor up here. So my subfloor base is going to start right here on top of my stem wall. And actually, I want to go up just a little bit because I want a termite shield in there. Okay, will be part of that termite shield. Okay, just like that. Just so I don't forget what that is. Go ahead and kind of shade it in there a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to finish out my subfloor. So remember I said my subfloor was made of 2x6 and then a 3/4 inch piece of plywood on top of that. So I'm going to measure 5.5 inches. Okay, so there's 3, 4, 5, and 1/2. Okay, and then an extra 3/4 of an inch for the plywood that sits on top. Okay, so there's that, and then here's my end, little boundary there. I'm just going to go ahead and draw up to where my wall is going to go. And remember to stay away from your border up here. Don't crowd your border. All right, and now my wall, the 2x4 is going to be 3.5 inches. So 3.5 inches. You can see I'm getting kind of the bulk, the bigger stuff out of the way first. Okay, now I have to have the seal right here. So now I'm going to measure that at 1.5 inches because that's also a 2x4, but we know that side of the 2x4 is 1.5 inches. So 1.5, and then I'm going to go ahead and measure 1.5 here as well. That's going to be the cut edge of my 2x6. Okay, and then I establish cut ends of the wood. Okay, so I got my cut ends of the wood. This is my rim joist. Then there's my subfloor plywood, concrete stem wall, concrete footing with keyway. Okay, now my earth. Now, of course, my earth is, or my foundation, or my floor has to come up 6 inches above the earth. So I'm going to do it this way. Measure 6 inches there. So there is grade level. Okay, that's grade level. And then frost line is going to be 6 inches above here. Okay, so I'll call that my frost line. And then I'm going to cut things off right in here. So I'll draw a straight line there. And I'm going to do a 45 here. And of course I don't have to do them both, as long as I at least do one. There. The 45s go the same direction. Okay, and then I just join those 45s, and those are just random lengths. I didn't measure anything to get that. Okay, and then of course tidy that up a little bit so you'll remember what that is for. Should have a little bit more line down here. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so that really lays everything out. All you have to do from here is label everything the way it should be. Remember, 1/8 of an inch lettering for your terms and what have you. Also remember that over here, when you write that note paragraph explaining what a nominal size is, that you put 1/16 of an inch between each line, okay, between each line of text. Okay, and I'll kind of show you that over here. So these are 1/8 of an inch letters, and then there's like a 1/16 of an inch gap between lines of text. Okay, and the same here. All right, and make sure too that all of your text and your labels and everything are lined up vertically and horizontally if possible. You see here, everything I've got is lined up vertically. Even right over here, that's lined up vertically. And just wherever it is possible, do that. And then you should have a really nice, neat drawing of a foundation. Okay? So here you just finish it out from there.